I'd just gotten engaged. A week after I was engaged to the love of my life, I got rushed to the hospital. Within 12 hours, I was paralyzed from the chest down. The doctor said, "You're never going to walk again." Questions running through my mind, well, this guy that just proposed to me, will he want me still? And yes, he's here today. So. Yes, I'm everything I am because you love me. Yeah. So here I am, my dreams, everything I had for my future came crashing down around me, and I'm like, what in the world is going on? And I'm assuring you that I didn't feel very courageous or strong. You know, it's interesting because you know what? We all face overwhelming struggles in our lives. Times when, like, you know, we feel mistreated, overlooked. We could go on for days, and we're all here in this room to talk about mental health. And I was overwhelmed, and I didn't feel very pretty, and time after time I felt like a victim can, and you try to do whatever you can to fill a void. Don't worry about me, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. Push it down, I'm fine, I'm fine. I'm not fine. And it wasn't enough to say, oh, I hope that I can get better, I hope that I can get better, because it wasn't changing. Day after day, no lie, I would come home and I would crawl into bed and I would cry myself to sleep because I just hated my life. Something had to change. I had to look outside myself somewhere because this is not working. Well, Vahen, how is it possible then? Because you're still in the chair and all matter of speaking seems that your situation has not changed. So what has? What has changed? Me. And one of the things that I'm going to tell you that I learned how to do in my life that I pray that you all learn to do is how can I make the extraordinary, that thing that you think you can never do, become just ordinary? I think Steve mentioned it earlier. How can you make the extraordinary in your life seem ordinary? Well, when I was diagnosed with transverse myelitis, the doctor said, you know what? You'll never walk again or whatever. I'm like, that's my life? No, I focused on a different future, Steve. I was like, And so, Alex, let me stand up here beside me. We talked about this earlier. So, when the doctors told me that I would never walk again, I thought, standing. Oh, if I could just stand, that would be so extraordinary, right? Doctors told me I would never walk again, so standing. When I stood for the first time, oh, it was so extraordinary. So I'm like, if I can do this, what else can I do? And then when I started walking, man, I'm like, oh, man. When I started walking, doing that thing the doctor said I would never do. Thank you. Give this guy a hand. Standing was so what? Ordinary. So what did that do for my confidence? Oh, I did something that was impossible. I was told that I'd never walk again. I would never do this. So I started to see the opposition in my life differently. And I lived life looking at it that's extraordinary. If I can do those extraordinary things every day and it was encouraging others, that is a whole other way to live. I don't know what you're facing. What is it in your life that you're facing this overwhelming opposition? That maybe it's not a doctor, maybe it's friends, maybe whoever it is that's telling you it's impossible. The only thing that's impossible is if you say no. Today, I admit that I wanted to give up many times. But today, because I chose to face the opposition I was facing and move forward, today I'm an author, speaker, and I'm also, traveling and talking hope with National Hope Talks. And I have also just a new baby, a nonprofit charity myself called Going Farther, which is also my book, Going Farther. We all have an opportunity in this room to change lives. And it's not enough to hope that things will get better, and it's not enough to look at your neighbor and say, well, I hope they write out their paycheck, or I hope they help. And it's not just about the money, it's about what we've all talked about today, that connection. There's so many more things that we can do. But it's not enough to hope that your neighbor does it or hope that somebody else does it. We need to make hope as a plan. Thank you. Yes.